Hi friends, I hope you all have a wonderful week and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am so excited to start this new series. We are going to be building up every single lot in this cul-de-sac in Willow Creek and I'm really excited about it. So we are going to be building houses on every lot in the Foundry Cove cul-de-sac and I'm really excited about it, like I just said. I had to pause the recording for a second to make sure I wrote down the right name of the neighborhood. So I just repeated myself, I know I did. But so this is the first house we're going to be working on, and this is going to be the starter home in the neighborhood. So right now my idea is that each lot, as we go, we're going to go from smallest to biggest lot, and each house is going to cost more than the last one by like 5 to 10,000 or something. I'm not really sure. We'll just see kind of where I end up with the second build, which I'm going to be working on later today, and I'm really excited about it. But this is the first one, and it is going to be a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom home, and it is almost base game. Almost base game. I decided partway through when I was decorating inside that I think this could be base game, and so I decided then that I was going to try to make it base game. Because base game items are like the cheapest that look the best, other than like the cheapy falling apart ones. So you can see when I get inside that I start trying to make it base game. And you can see right now that the front is not base game. There's this fence from Eco Lifestyle, this column from Get Together, and then we're going to be putting down the flower box from Get Famous. And this is all before I really thought I should do this base game. And it is in the final build because I did post this and then realize. And I'd already gotten it all edited and everything and screenshots, so I just left it. But you could download this with just base game if you only have base game. And then just those 4 items will be gone. You could just replace them. But again, it's just the nightstand, the fence, the column, and the flower box. So pretty easily replaceable items. Nothing that's going to break the build at all or make the build entirely different. So feel free to do that if you only have base game, and I'm sorry that I did that. It's kind of goofy, silly goofy mistake, but it's okay. So this is the floor plan of the interior. We do mess around with the windows on the left side of the build in a minute, but here you can see I'm putting down this flower box, and right now the house is yellow. It's not going to be yellow in the end because the interior kind of went a different direction, and you will see me struggle a little bit with the design of the interior, like what I wanted the colors to be, and I went back and forth a lot with the colors, and I really like the way it came out, but I left in my struggle because it's already a really short video, and I just figured I didn't want a whole bunch of cuts of me just struggling with the design, so I left it in. You will see my struggles here in a minute, but this ends up being where the kitchen goes, and I didn't put cabinets all the way across because 1, I didn't think it would look good, and 2, I was trying to save money. We do end up with 25 simoleons left. But I got really excited at the end because I had enough money left to make like a little backyard, and I really thought that it just filled in the back of the house really well. But here you can see I started off using all the packs, and I was just putting down what fit and what I thought I would be using, and then I kind of realized here I should make the space game, and so I realized that the bed is not base game, so I changed that out, but I don't notice that the nightstands are not base game. Like, I know they're not base game, but I didn't notice when I was building. But they're very much so from Dream Home Decorator. But you can see here, I thought I was going to use base game and city living, so I have both of them selected, and then I just wasn't liking the way it was coming out, and so I decided to just go to base game. Count how many times I've said base game. I've said it a lot. But so we end up with this bed and these nightstands, which I should have swapped out, but I didn't. And we do end up with all this furniture that's in here. This is what stays, but we swap out the colors, except for the rug. But we swap out the colors to be the like bluish teal and the green, and I think that that ends up working really well and looks really, really pretty. But for a while I thought it was going to be like a black and gray home, but it just wasn't really the vibe. It wasn't working for me. So I did not go with that. But so if you have any ideas for the other families in this cul-de-sac, like, let me know who should live here, what kind of houses do you want to see built in this area. They're probably not all going to be close to base game. I'm sure at least one or two will be with all the packs, but I'm going to try to do a couple of them with limited packs. So if you have any ideas for any combinations of packs or any families that you would like to see built for in this neighborhood, please let me know. Leave your suggestions down below. I would love to hear what you have to say and get inspired by what you're saying. So we are now working more on kind of getting down the basic necessities before I start decorating. That way I have everything I need, because I am doing this on a starter home budget. This build does end up being 18,475 simoleons, and it is 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and it's built on the Crick Cabana lot in Willow Creek. And yeah, so this is the kind of bathroom, and we end up getting the same curtains throughout the entire home. And I realized that it's kind of expensive to place these curtains and place them so much, but it looked pretty, especially when I changed the colors here in a minute, and the curtains end up being like, one wall is the teal curtains and the other wall is the green. I think it looks really, really cute. And then one of the most expensive items I think I placed in this home is the bookcase that I end up putting beside the desk, because it just fit what I wanted right there, and it kind of like, I just liked it. I thought it looked really cute. I scooped the door over and moved the mirror, and then we end up putting a bookcase right here on this wall in the corner, and I think it looks really, really cute. But it is one of the more, it's not the cheapest. It's not that expensive, but it's not the cheapest. But I thought that it looked kind of good with the desk I was using. And this home does have a computer, and it does have a TV, so your Sims will have plenty to do. And then we get some clutter all around, and we get some aprons in the kitchen. And then I think that this is just me adding, like, I'm not doing like room by room like I normally do. I'm kind of adding things as I go to kind of keep the budget down and add what I want before I add too many things and then don't have the money. And I think that that was a smart play for this particular house. But it does end up looking fully decorated, and kind of like I would decorate it if I had all the money and built this exact same house. This is kind of how I would decorate it. I'd probably use some different, like, not base game furniture items, but I would still, I think, decorate it this way, like with this much clutter. I think it is a good amount of clutter. We get a couple things on this shelf to kind of take up the spot in the corner, and a few things on the corner island, and not island, the corner cabinet. And then I think we get a curtain in here also, and then we get a fire alarm. We don't have temperature controls because I was trying to make this space game. I failed, as we all know. But I really love the way the outside of this house came out. I think it was like so cute. And we do end up painting it blue and using this like green tile roofing. And I think that it looks really pretty, and I'm really happy with it. And we did build this in the fall, so the trees are really pretty. I did use very minimal landscaping, just like 4 different items and then a couple trees from base game. Obviously all the landscaping is base game, but this is just what I used. I went really minimal to landscaping because I was trying to not go crazy and keep it low and kind of save money to see if I could do like a backyard space, which I did end up having enough money to do, like I mentioned earlier. So here's where I'm like kind of laying out the terrain paint and realizing that I think I can afford a fence here in the backyard, and I could put a couple things back there, and I got so excited. And we do get a couple other pieces of landscaping back here, and we do move the trash can into the yard that we're getting now. And I left the fence open because it was cheaper than buying a gate, and also the gate was not going to really match my color scheme anyway, because the gate for this fence has like 3 swatches and it just was not going to work. So that's it for this build. I hope you like it. The last thing we do is put down some planter pots and a table. If you do like this build, you can find it on my gallery under AudynRo or the hashtag AudynRo. That will be down below. It's AUDYNRO. And yeah, let me know in the comments some suggestions for the other houses or combinations of packs that you'd like to see. I love you guys so, so much. I'm so, so proud of you. Also, if you are into Stray Kids, let me know down below what you think of the new album. I'm so in love. I have to see. I'm gonna go now. Bye.